jetzt echt da? Das sieht man mal nicht, das ist doof. Aber, rückwärts, na. Rückwärts. Soll ich denn... Oh, das muss ich wieder... da Weg finden. Malala. So, ich schätze mal, aber hier, oder? Schau mal. Oder? Ich könnte doch hier draußen entlang müssen. Nicht, aber auch da unten. Höhle des... Ah! Hä? Corys Höhle des Wissens. Nee, also passt es ja schon, oder? Ja. Die Prüfung des Wassers.
Siora, do you know anything about the trial that awaits us inside?
My mother passed it during the last election, but it was Vinbar that was elected in the end.
Did she tell you about it?
A little, but it is a secret trial. It is important that you give your whole heart to it. I know that you must choose your path in your way. Combat is not necessarily the best response, even if it allows you to get to where you are going. If you are confronted with animals, remind yourself that they must feed, and there are ways of altering food to make those who eat it fall into a deep and peaceful sleep.
Is that an idea that your mother used? It's clever. Thank you.
Muss ich ihn allein beschreiten, oder? Die Prüfung des Wassers. Kaukadar. Zusammen. Okay. Sind wir dann aber alle würdig, den Babbo zu treffen. Sag ich jetzt mal so. Okay, 27.
Look, they're eating the old carcass. If you poured some sleeping potion on it, they'd fall asleep.
Habe ich einen Schlaftrank? Nein. Tatsächlich. Nein! Nein! Moment, das respektiere ich jetzt nicht. Ich bin es gewohnt aus anderen Spielen, dass ich Viereck drücken muss für Interaktionen und jetzt auf einmal wieder in dem anderen Mistspiel hier, ist kein Mistspiel, muss ich auf einmal hier eine andere Taste drücken. Das passiert mir so häufig. Das ist das einzige Mal, wo ich wieder Rückreisen machen würde. Also wo ich wieder auf den alten Speicherstand gehen würde. Das ist doch nicht wahr. Siehst du, ich verstehe nicht, wie sowas funktioniert. Ich stehe hier die ganze Zeit, er entdeckt mich nicht und dann auf einmal auf dem nächsten Spielstand entdeckt er mich hier drin. Das ergibt keinen Sinn, das Spiel. Das verstehe ich einfach nicht. Manchmal gibt es Logiken.
You did it. They're sleeping. We should be able to pass without a fight.
Siehst du? So einfach hat sich das geregelt. Ich hab doch... The fuck? Was ist denn da unten los? Weil ich Stärke 2 besaß, musste ich da irgendetwas nicht machen. Die Höhle für die Prüfung betreten. Ja.
May the enlightened help us.
You were freezing and you had this empty stare. The water in the basin spoke to you, no?
Yes. Exactly like the lightning-struck tree. I was something else for a brief moment.
Tell us. Visions like this are guides, keys for the sacred rituals.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me, and suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated, and I was suddenly with you again. This stone is blackened, eaten away. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. Here, this looks like a snowflake. This drawing looks like an infant. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. On this stone, the sun is visible. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind.
Wollen wir mal. Todesstein. Ich wurde in die Luft gebracht. Wasserstein. Nee, Wasser kann man später. Eisstein. Das ist wahrscheinlich die Kälte. Lebensstein. Ich weiß auch nicht. Feuerstein. Ei. Ich hasse diese Wächter. Sonnenstein. Wind kam als erstes. Dann wurde mir kalt. Ich sollte, glaube ich, Wind, Eis, Wind, Eis, Wind, Eis, Wind, Eis, Wind, Eis, Sonne, 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 Wind, Eis, Sonne.
Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Wind, Eis, Sonne, Lebensstein. Wind, Eis, Sonne, Wasser. Oh! Guck mal, wenn ich jetzt Stärke 3 besetzen würde, oder? Dann... Ich besitze Stärke 3. Dann müsste ich jetzt diesen Wächter nicht bekämpfen. Ich würde ihn so gern bekämpfen, aber ich weiß, dass deren Inselbewohner... ich weiß, dass deren Inselbewohner hier, deren Wächter viel bedeuten. Und wenn man die umbringt, dann ja... Gibt es irgendwas, was Stärke machen kann? Ich hab... Hä? What? Okay, damit habe ich jetzt echt nicht gerechnet.
This must be the seal that Glendan spoke about. It looks like the silhouette of the mountain of Tir Fredi, and a face is drawn within it.
The spirit of the volcano. One of the faces of Einon Frichterman.
Bertir to Mad on Olmanawi. I congratulate you for passing the trial. Enter.
And so you have returned. Can you tell me what the seal deep within the cavern brings into your mind?
A face in the mountain of Tir Fredi.
Then you have seen the true face of the island when looking into her waters. And the island has seen inside you. You sent the beasts into a deep sleep. That was very clever. Another before you did the same. In choosing the path of silence, you avoided confronting the Dosantats. Finally, you have completed the ritual. And in so doing, the Guardian recognized you as a wise man. You choose to trust the way of rules and wisdom. It is a difficult path, but it carries generous fruits. The island has seen your intelligence and also your compassion. The friendship of Katasach towards you no longer surprises me.
Am I authorized to encounter Enon Frichterman now? To present him with my request?
If the High King agrees, yes. We shall not oppose that decision. Only a High King or High Queen is allowed to open the sanctuary. I warned you. Your voyage is far from over.
I suppose that I'm going to need to convince him as well. Where can I find him?
I do not know. And I believe that it may be another trial on your path to find the one you seek.
Is he hiding? Has he been captured?
He disappeared several months ago. Since then, we have not heard from him. He was worried about the Renaigse. The last people to have seen him, I'm told, were the most important chiefs of the clans here at the council. There was Deirdre, Blatnid, Ulan, and Dunkas.
My mother, alas, can tell us nothing more.
Yes. I heard about your loss, Siora. And divorced Tirce. Mourning is a difficult time to pass.
And divorced Tirce. Thank you, Glinda.
Deirdre is the Mal of the clan of the Storm Warriors. You will find her in the village of Vedlog.
I have already met her. She sent me to confront a guardian.
That sounds like her. Ulan is the Mal of the village of Vignamri, near the coast. It is said that he welcomes the Renaigse. As for Dunkas, he leads the Vigigidor. He is the chief of the Earth Healers. His village is not very far from the Didekid and Nadages.
Very well. I will go and see them. Try to find this High King. Thank you, Glendan.
Kwa Walamsek. I hope that you will find him.
Interessant, interessant, so insgesamt. Interessant, so insgesamt. Was soll ich sagen? Was? Bist du da in ihrem Dorf?
Karanz, I need to talk to you. I have to ask you for another favor.
I'm listening, Siora.
Do you remember the mine shakers in my village?
Yes. If I understand correctly, there was some kind of an agreement made with them.
Even though these priests would make good allies against the Lions because they hate them as much as we do, my mother would never have traded the spirits of the people of the village in exchange for their help. And she would have wanted to be buried according to our rituals. She was deeply attached to our traditions.
So you think that they're lying?
Yes. And you understand these Renaigse better than I do. Will you investigate this matter with me?
Auf jeden Fall.
Of course.
Das
Let's
machen wir
go.
sofort sogar. Interessant. Sein wir diesem König im Nacken. Interessant so insgesamt. Vulkan. Ich habe das letzte Mal für den Kragen gehalten. Ja, ja, die Rotmelder. Ab und dort hin. Tralala. Vasco. Oh, ich darf wieder Vasco mitnehmen. Petrus weg. Aber jetzt ist, ja stimmt, Siore ist ja gerade sehr Pflicht. Aber, oh, geile Vasco. Hoffentlich bauen wir jetzt auch noch schön aus hier. Vasco. Oh, da hat schon recht, Leute. Du brauchst dringend ein besseres Schwert, ja. Pistole auch wahrscheinlich. Ich schau mal, was ich auf dem Markt für dich finde. Ich weiß aber auch nicht, wie viel Stärke er hat, deswegen, das kann man ja gar nicht so nachschauen. Ich habe 900 Gold. Er braucht eindeutig eine Pistole. Ich würde auch gerne eine bessere Pistole wollen. Ich hoffe, dass es so richtig ist, dass ich ihm hier die kaufen kann. Machst du das mal. Wenn nicht, dann hebe ich sie für mich auf. Sehr gut. Das ist eine Pistole und ein besseres Degen. Das ist aber auch ein cooles Schwert. Ja, ein Schwert ist was anderes als ein Rapier. Und dran denken, ne? Ich glaube, er braucht dieses Rapier, oder? Was? Wie ist das abrüstet? Moment mal, benutze ich nicht diesen Hackeball? Ach so, deswegen. Ja, stimmt, wenn ich was kaufe, dann wird es mir immer sofort angelegt. Dum, dum. So interessant. Ich würde wieder gerne mehr Munition herstellen. Ah, ich brauche Zuckerschwamm und Roheisen. Also okay. Bringt es noch? Schloss, glaube ich. Also was wird alles genau dieses...
Hello, my child. What a pleasure to see someone come to us with such eagerness. Do you want to hear the word of Saint Matthias and come into the light?
Not really, Father. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. What can we do for you?
Now that Thélème has lost San Matthias, why continue your conversion efforts?
Our mission is spiritual, not political. Of course, we regret that San Matthias has fallen, but we will not leave until this island is converted.
Ja, viel Spaß.
Anything else, my child?
What exactly do you hope to do in this village?
Well, bring light to these naive souls, of course. When we spread the word of Saint Matthias, I'm sure they will embrace our faith with fervor.
Anything else, my child?
We would like to know more about the agreement you supposedly sealed with Bladnid.
I do not see how our agreement concerns the congregation. But since you are asking us, we swore to provide this village with all our support in their fight against the Alliance.
In exchange, its inhabitants will have to renounce their pagan cult and turn towards the light.
My mother would never have made such an agreement. She's the one who encouraged me to become a Donegad.
The Queen had understood that the light was the only true path, even if she was attached to traditions. It is for this reason that we have accepted to seal our agreement according to your own rituals.
She had an engraver come to Val Ristel. He carved your strange symbols in the stone.
I do not believe a single word of this. You, the people of the light, are nothing but liars.
You would do well to hold your tongue, young lady. This village is now under our spiritual authority.
By not respecting us, you are committing blasphemy. And blasphemy is a crime that we punish severely.
Because you think that you can administer justice here. I am the daughter of Bladnid, and you are...
Siora, let's not get into another battle and make new enemies. Let's go find this stone.
That is an excellent idea. Then you will see that we are telling the truth.
Scheiße. Das ist nicht gut. Das ist echt nicht gut. Oh, sie, aber das tut mir so leid. So. Warum? Da seid ihr. Ah, hier bin ich. Ich dachte, ich will mal hier. da muss ich mal immer gründlich schauen bei Leuten, bei Gegnern, die auf Quests auftauchen, tue ich immer. Weil man kann nie wissen, ob die hier irgendwie eine Art Zettel bei sich tragen oder so, oder lesen kann.
Here's the stone we were looking for. It is destroyed. We can no longer decipher the symbols. Strange, isn't it?
This stone was damaged on purpose. We will never know the precise terms of the agreement.
There may be a way. Promises in stone are a very ancient tradition. Those who want to make these agreements must turn to a keeper of promises. An artisan who makes the stone speak. There are but a few. We did not have one in our village before Karadeg's arrival. He must be the one who engraved this stone.
I thought you could not write.
The Donegada have a secret writing that the keepers of promises always learn. Those who want to seal a promise tell them to write, and they take care of it.
Ich verstehe echt nicht, wie man es schreiben kann. Also, ein Analphabet. Oh, ja, ich verstehe das echt nicht. Also, ich kann ja nicht verstehen, warum ein Analphabet nicht schreiben kann. Deswegen kann ich ja nicht verstehen. So. Ach, um ungefähr 24 Stunden bin ich wieder hier angelangt. Ist mir das aufgefallen.
Strange. It looks like no one's there, but the
Ach du Scheiße.
Empty. Everything is broken and turned upside down. A sculpted, engraved stone. What happened here?
It seems like there was a fight. Everything is scattered around.
Someone went through this workshop like a tornado.
The owner must have left in a hurry, taking a few things and destroying the rest.
Unless someone else did this. We must find Karadeg.
Do you know where he might be?
This engraved stone bears the mark of Baraeg Nodas, Doncass's clan. Do you remember him? Karadeg originally belonged to this clan. He may have returned.
Let's go to Vigigidor and we'll find out.
Der Vorteil ist wirklich sehr stark. Man kann ja überall jetzt hin und her reisen. Man muss nicht mehr hier durch die Welt latschen. Bei manchen Spielen bevorzuge ich das Laufen lieber.
What brings you here, Honor Manawi?
We're looking for Karadeg, the Keeper of Promises.
Did he come back to your village?
He did come, and then he left. We could not take him back.
Did you exile him? Why?
He is the one who left. He disagreed with our stance on the Renaigse. He thought that we should be fighting them, throwing them back to the sea. This is why he joined the Gaesrad. And I did not want him to return if it meant that he would bring his hatred with him.
Do you know where he might have gone?
He feared someone or something, and he wanted to hide. He must have left for the woods, south of here. He knows the area well. Is there anything else?
I must leave.
Qua Awalums.
In den Wald ist er gegangen. Okay, gut. Voll an mein Maul. Nee, können wir da nicht. Okay, was ist das da nochmal? Okay, gut. Olan Menaui. Tote Renaxe. Also langsam komme ich mit der Sprache in 1. Ja, okay, jetzt nervt mich das, dass wir hier wieder fast nachts haben. Aber dagegen kann ich leider nicht tun. Im Moment, weil hier kein Lagerfeuer ist. Olan Menaui. Ich muss dringend, ich schaue mir mal die ganzen Talking Dead Folgen an. Und da ist es jetzt nachts und das mag ich nicht. Im tiefsten Wald. Oh, Zunderschirm. Auf jetzt. Die brauche ich jetzt nämlich immer aufsammeln können. Ja, hier sieht es irgendwie gefährlich aus. Ich weiß ja auch. Ja, das erschreckt mich doch nicht so. Ah, du Fettviech, Alter. 4 Zunderschwämme.
It is Karadeg. He's over there.
Siora, Bertir Tumad Donegad. What are you doing with these strangers?
These strangers are my friends, Karadeg. You can speak in front of them without fear.
What do you want?
Tell me about your role as Keeper of Promises. What does it consist of?
Most words must be free and able to fly like birdsong. But some words must survive those who utter them. So they call on the Keepers of Promises. Those who want to become one must win the trust of the Donegada and prove their wisdom. Then they teach us the words of stone. And when someone wants to seal a promise, we offer them those words.
So you are a kind of cleric? Thank you, Karadeg.
Do you want to know anything else?
Ich brauche einen Dolmetscher, ja?
We would like to ask you about a stone you supposedly engraved.
It is the stone of the Renaigse, isn't it? I should never have accepted to seal such a promise. I did not like them, but I could not refuse to fulfill my duty. Not when Bladnid was demanding it. And now that she is no longer with us, these Monasinaiga are chasing.
It is because you are the last person to know what was engraved on it. The stone has been destroyed.
I kept the piece of tree bark in which I prepared the glyphs. All the details are there.
With this tree bark, we could verify what my mother promised. Can you give it to us?
No, Donegad. I do not mean to disrespect you, but I will not. The Renaigse only bring us trouble, and you come with them. They will disappoint you just like they disappointed your mother. I do not want to deal with them ever again. They threaten my life, and because of them, I am forced to hide here.
Since you want to chase the Renaigse away, and since you want protection, why don't you join the rebels? We could indicate the location of one of their camps for you.
The rebels?
The Donea Exregao. They fight the Renaigse, and they accept people from all clans.
I have heard about them, but I didn't know where to find them.
We could help you find them, but we need this tree bark. It's the only way to prove that the priests lied.
In that case, take the tree bark. I hope that it will help you to chase these Renaigse away, Donegad. And I did not think I would say this one day. But thank you, Renaigse.
What do these glyphs say?
That we will assist the priests in their war against the lions, and they must help us in return. There is nothing about the spirits of the people of the village, or renouncing our traditions. I knew they were lying. Let's show this to a saint.
So, Wir informieren erstmal ihre Schwester und dann gehen wir zu den Missionaren. Aber es ist gerade immer noch kein Donegada im Dorf, gell? Die Eure sollte eigentlich die Donegada werden, weil sie die innere Weisheit spürt.
Siora, Asir, always with your new friends. Bertir to Madiseld, I'm happy to see you. What do you want?
Azeld, about this pact your mother supposedly made with the priests.
Yes. Did you find anything new?
We retrieved the piece of tree bark that Karadeg used as a model.
Siora, what's written on it? Mother promised to help them against the lions, and they promised to help us in return. There's nothing mentioned about them settling here. And even less about them being entitled to the spirits of the people of our village. So they lied. They mocked us, and insulted the memory of our mother. I think it's high time they left. Don't you agree? I think so too. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
You lied to us. You took us for gullible children. Leave this village at once. You will never be welcome here again.
But if you want our help with the Alliance, your people must convert to the light.
By lying, you have insulted the memory of the Queen. The entire village will be happy to make you pay for your affront if they hear about it. You do well to leave before having to face their wrath.
We are not here to shed blood.
Very well, we're leaving. But we will not forget your role in this matter, Your Excellency.
I did not think they would leave of their own accord. Thank you, Anol Manawi. Thanks to you, we managed to chase away these lawyers. And we will be able to perform our rituals and give our mother back to the earth. Yes. Thank you. Our village is in your debt. Siora, I will need you for the ritual. Will you help me? Of course, Asir.
Okay, schlage Lage in der Region Frasneugat auf. Schneide hier dort auf. Region Bettville, Seigertal, in der Region Mainertal. Kennen wir auf. Ich weiß noch nicht. Okay. Echt? Sprich mit Konstantin über das Heiligtum. Konstantin. Ich weiß nicht, Konstantin. Ja, stimmt, mein Vorarbeiter hat ja so ein Azubi, der Konstantin ist. Ach, diese Geschichten. Hä? Also, ich dachte, hä, wieso habe ich denn ein Kork? Ein Korkendeckel hier. Was zur Hölle? 15:07 Uhr. Ey, ist das ein Scheißwetter draußen. Zum Glück muss ich war im Urlaub, muss nicht bei dem Scheißwetter Versiezen schneiden, Alter. Oh Gott, wie froh ich darüber bin. Ich muss vorbei. Mal eben. Moment mal. Tiere und was? Das ist nur das Problem bei diesen Spielen. Ich habe immer das Problem, meine Begleiter auszuwählen. Wenn mir mehrere gefallen, dann habe ich das Problem, dass ich einfach alle nehmen würde, aber es gehen immer nur 2. So, oh, was ist jetzt los?
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord D'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord D'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes? He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The Islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By Islander, do you mean the Donegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, milady. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the Islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here?
Ja, ich finde schon gut, dass hergekommen ist.
My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Donegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that Islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into again?
I am sorry, milady, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The Islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, milady.
Ich bin doch der Vorgesetzte, das hieß es doch. Auf der Spur des O-Königs gefolgt. Befrage die Clanführer. Jetzt habe ich wieder... Nee, die Suche nach... Oh, das ist mir wichtiger hier. Konstantin Schicksal. Das ist ja krass. Er wurde entführt oder was auch immer. Ein Erdrutsch. Ja, von wegen. Aber, Kassas Tasch hat die da auf eine Expedition mitgenommen. Da bin ich mal gespannt, dass der sich dabei gedacht hat. What the fuck? mir gar nicht vorstellen, was ich, wenn ich den jetzt misstraut habe, dann... ich bin verwirrt. Wo sind die denn hingelatscht, Alter? Eine Südstraße noch dazu. Nein, aus. Wird eine Pause. Ah, das Teil der großen Schlacht, da sind wir, stimmt ja. 75 Schocke. Hä? Moment mal. Was ist das denn schon wieder? Soma und Anwasch stehen gerade. Was ist das denn? Ich war hier noch nicht überall, sehe ich gerade. Einige Makrele, da drüben fehlt mir noch einiges. Was? Warum steht das hier so einfach lose da? Das ist ja easy peasy hier. Da gehe ich jetzt als erstes hin. Schwierigkeitenpunkt kann man nicht außer Hand lassen. Das war echt eine geile Idee, Alter. Ich muss außen nach oben gehen wahrscheinlich. Fähigkeitenpunkt halten. Yay. Jetzt brauche ich noch. Ah, ich hab schon zwei. Da fehlt noch ein dritter, okay. Wie komme ich da jetzt dahin? Okay. Da muss ich, glaube ich, einen Rutsch nach unten machen. Ah, ich weiß, glaube ich, was er mit Erdrutschen meinte. Oh, ich bin einfach auf der Spur eigenständig. Jetzt sollte wieder einen neuen Fähigkeitspunkt hat. Das ist sehr gut. Oh, 15 Schwämme. Sehr gut. Ah, was macht denn ein Wächter hier? Sehr schwacher Wächter. Heilige Maria, Mutter Maria, was haben wir jetzt gefunden hier? Oh, schon, das ist nicht das. Ich glaube, ich habe eine Rüstung für dich gefunden. Nee, doch nicht, okay. Eigentlich ist das ziemlich cool, wenn ich echt bin, das Outfit. Oh ne, die sind nicht alles Menschen. Bohrettich. Bohrettich. Cha-cha-cha. Eine Kiste. Okay. Ist das ein Weg? Wie ist das? Ich kann nicht verstehen, dass hier oben der Weg. Oh, doch nicht. Das bestimmt ja. Hier muss ich Afra suchen, stimmt ja. Stumpfgebiet hier.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
Ja, stimmt. Ja. 4 von 5.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
This is the camp that Constantine's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Omega and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the area. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what happened here. Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. The tents are lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and animals were amongst the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of the presence of Constantine or Katasak. Bah, this area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the area and taken this path followed by their assailants.
Heilige Maria, wo sind wir denn hier?
This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantine were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinolmenawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasak wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. But there are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasak have found a better means to alleviate Constantine's symptoms? The crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly to the end. Neither Constantine nor Katasak are amongst them. Constantine and Katasak must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened and many fell during the fight. But a group escaped down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Kommen wir da durch?
More tracks. Footprints. The ones who got away fled this way.
Oh, der Baummensch.
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat. These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
See if you can ward off this.
More signs of an explosion. Can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again?
Hier waren noch gerade wilde Tiere, my lady.
Something
Denk doch mal
else.
nach.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only corpses of our own men. Where could these other soldiers have come from? More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Sekunde, Gala. Adrenalse.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up here.
Oh. Ich bin zu einer Kreatur schon mal begegnet, leider Gottes.
Overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Cadillac.
Let's go!
Okay. Das ist stark, das ist sehr, sehr stark. Heilige Maria, Mutter Maria. Das ist, Alter. Das hat mich getötet. Na, geil, Mann. Das ist echt krank, das Viech, Alter. Alter, ich spiele ja auch auf Schwert inzwischen und daher... war das gerade krank, Alter.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantine or Cadillac.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Boah, krank, ey, das Viech hat sich echt, das nimmt mich echt mit. Warum war das Viech denn jetzt gerade so ultra stark?
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. But what could have happened here? These vials look familiar. Cadillac used the very same to stock his potions. He came all the way here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantine. What have you gotten yourself into again? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see. According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge be in some way linked to this attack? That makes no sense. Very well. Let's sum things up. Konstantin and Katazak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katazak.
Unless he himself was behind it. He's a powerful Donegat. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. He can now apply leverage to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. Regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. Perhaps we could return to Wenxavier in order to learn more. Katazak may have returned there. His Voglendyke might be able to tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers participated in the combat. Or at least the end of it. They must have some stories to tell us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katazak is a good man, but the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That is true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Konstantin is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Moment mal. Hier, oh. Stelle Untersuchung im Außenposten Allianz an. Da muss ich wieder ganz zurücklatschen. Hier. Ja. Okay. Gehen wir wieder zurück, würde ich mal sagen. Ich glaube, das ist das letzte Lager. Weil wenn die Löwen jetzt was damit zu tun haben, dann das ist unglaublich. Dann verstehe ich, warum ich euch die Eingebrochenen so gut verstehe. Wow. Oh, was ist das hier? Und dann links. Schon. Eigentlich muss man Charisma nicht Erfolg geben, man muss sich einfach nur so Mantel holen. Das ist richtig dämlich eigentlich. Ey, jetzt sind schon wieder ganz viele Tote. Was ist denn hier los? Ja, das können doch nicht die Wölfe gewesen sein. Ich meine die Löwen. Wölfe, sag ich schon. Das sind niemals die Löwen gewesen. Niemals. Das kann ich nicht glauben. Die töten doch nicht ihre eigenen Mitleute. Das ergibt ja Sinn. So, jetzt probieren wir uns mal aus hier, würde ich mal sagen. Okay, gut. absolut nicht. Nicht genug. Kostet mich Adrenalin, okay. Trotzdem würde es nicht, glaube ich. Schattenexplosion wäre besser hier aufgehoben. Dann habe ich eine Fähigkeit, die mal, ich bin ja nicht auf Magie spezialisiert, aber dann habe ich wenigstens eine Fähigkeit, die Mana sozusagen benötigt, und das kann ich dann auch nutzen, sozusagen, auch wenn ich kein Magier bin, sondern ich weiß gar nicht, wie man das nennt hier, aber einen speziellen Namen, aber dann habe ich wirklich eine Fähigkeit mit Mana dabei, auch wenn sie nicht sonderlich viel wirkt, aber habe ich etwas. Ja, das sieht nach Löwenkonstruktion aus.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
De Sardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost.
Respekt.
What can I do for you, milady?
Respekt. Hat die Führer dieses Außenposten und steht am Tor und hält Wache. Machen nicht viele.
I am looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive. Wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me? I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor? Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I am sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. to lose another man. Anything else?
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Not yet.
Really? I thought that your cousin's life hung in the balance. This boy will not survive long if someone doesn't help. Anything else?
Ja, ja, ich mach's jetzt.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Gibt hier ein schwarzes Brett. Reise, seid auf der Hut. Es wurde Verbrecher wurden die Wasserquelle im Osten der Umstrände benannt. Wir haben aber keinen Verkäufer oder so im Markt. Schade eigentlich.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Krank gegen Verbrennungen. Krank gegen Verbrennungen. Brauche ich nur dafür. Okay, perfekt. Das ist nichts Schweres. Ich habe sogar einen Trank für alle Fälle mal.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. Thank you again for your help.
Also die Löwen, die verhalten sich genau wie die Araber aus dem 17. Jahrhundert. Das ist irgendwie so eine Abbildung von denen. Eindeutig. Ja, 24 Stunden waren. Ja, es gibt hier, glaube ich, aber nirgendwo ein Feuerchen, wo man sich hinsetzen kann, glaube ich. Ja, das Blöde ist, ein ganzer Tag ist sozusagen hier in der Realität, das sind 24 Minuten. Ich wüsste nicht, was ich jetzt hier tun soll. Und hier ist nicht mal ein Lagerfeuer. Und Schmarrn. Ja, wir können noch mal mit dem Hauptmann reden. Hier gibt es keinen... Das ist schlimm, wenn es hier nicht mal einen Ort gibt, wo man schnell reisen kann. Ich müsste jetzt ganze... behindert, Alter.
Good day, Captain.
Excellency. At yours.
Concerning the young man that survived.
Did you see the nurse?
Yes, and we'll do all we can to help him.
Thank you. I hope you can save him. These deaths haunt me. Anything else?
I need to be gone.
Ja, okay, gut. Da ist ein Lagerfeuer. Dann will ich mal wieder dahin zurückrennen. Andere bleibt mir nicht übrig. sieht eigentlich die Sonne in dem Spiel aus? Wenn ich drauf geachtet. Ob die mich blenden oder nicht. ...23 Stunden. Okay, im Prinzip sind nur noch 22 Stunden. 22 Stunden. Oh, voll. Nein, nicht reisen. Abenddämmerung. Ja gut, dann pennt er mal bis Abenddämmerung. Nicht reisen. Aber ich würde gerne bis zum Morgendämmerung warten. What the hell? Dieser Hintergrundton, der macht mir gleich irgendwie einen Ohrwurm.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming. In our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends.
Ich kann nicht glauben, dass Rebellen den großen Kastastag angegriffen haben.
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Eine der weisesten Männer befrage Aiden in... Oh, ich dachte, ich hätte beide befragen können. Das ist jetzt blöd. Naja. Sind das Level 30?
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man, and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good woman, Excellency.
Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Apropos Brückenallianz. Apropos. Mich würde es wirklich... Ach, hier sind wir angekommen. Ich hatte ja schon mal Streit mit denen und habe ein paar von ihnen getötet. Aber, ich würde gerne noch mal, ich habe den Namen schon lange wieder vergessen, den Anführer der Brückenallianz sprechen, den Governor. Also wirklich gerne gegen alten Taten. Deswegen werde ich mich erstmal auf die Reise zu ihm begeben. Und ich frage mich, was passiert, wenn ich nach San Matthäus reise, wenn ich da begegne. Jemanden von der Groschengarde wahrscheinlich. Aber was hat die Groschengarde noch im Spiel zu tun? Sie haben einen Putschversuch versucht und uns alle aus dem Weg zu räumen, haben aber nur Thelma aus dem Weg geschafft. Was hat dann die Groschengarde jetzt noch in diesem Spiel zu tun? Mit anderen? Hikmet. Was hat die Groschengarde noch im Spiel zu suchen, sozusagen? Das würde mich wirklich sehr, sehr interessieren. Moment mal. Ich kann ja jetzt... Oh, Siora will reden.
Could you help me once more?
What is it?
I must prepare the ritual for our mother's funeral, and I think that I will need your help.
But your sister will be there. Surely you'd rather be together.
For the ritual, yes, it will only be the two of us. But before that, your support would be a great help. Will you come with me?
Of course. I'd be happy to be by your side. Let's go.
Bitte, es wird. Die Schwester, okay gut, das machen wir gleich danach. Dafür will ich hier. Kann ich auch. Nee, kann ich noch nicht. Betäubung. Die Zaunerzeugen interessieren. -1, aber dafür so ist Betäubung mehr. Feuerrate. Das ist eine Feuerrate von 2. 200 Zeugung. Aber dafür. Das ist wirklich eine Sache, das. Aber Rüstungs. Mich interessiert eher auch meistens eigentlich die Rüstungsschaden. Infanteristen. Ich glaube, ich hole mir das jetzt einfach. Okay, ich habe ihn ja automatisch ausgerüstet wahrscheinlich. Ich habe bis jetzt noch nie eine Muskete besetzen im Spiel, immer nur die Pistolen sozusagen. Wenn das noch in diesem Jahreszeitraum Musketen, ja stimmt, Musketen, ja. Aber hier ladet man die echt schnell nach. In der Realität dauert es schon maximal mindestens 1,5 Minuten, bis man eine Muskete hier sauber nachgeladen hat. Und wenn man die ungereinigt nachgeladen hat, das dauert dann schon so 30 Sekunden. Aber ja. Ich spreche leicht aus Erfahrung tatsächlich. Ich würde gern mit dir sprechen. Ein Buffet.
Lady de Sade, what bountiful wind brings...
Enough pleasantries, Excellency. They are a dull canter after such treachery.
I beg your pardon? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your servants, that you then again sought my assistance? According to you, I needed only to convince the Tiana Hakadactus to provide us with a remedy. But you used me like a pawn, seeking in truth to capture her.
I cannot understand why you are reacting in this way. I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. They have us marked down as enemies, after all. And I had good reason to believe that you would not resort to physical persuasion.
You were even ready to use brute force against your own allies.
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tiana, your spy attempted to kill me, Excellency. And you dare to tell me that my anger is exaggerated. Can I remind you that to assassinate a legate is to declare war against her sovereign?
I never... I promise you that I had no intention for any harm to befall you. That man went beyond his orders, I assure you. I implore you, please accept my sincerest and profound apologies in the name of the Bridge Alliance.
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now, Your Excellency. In the meantime, you need not keep a candle lit for the return of your sire. He paid for his audacity with his life.
He would have been made to answer for such infamy, I assure you. Once again, I apologize sincerely for this crime. It should never have happened. In any case, we need to get our hands on this woman. The remedy is perhaps...
There never was a remedy. It was a wild goose chase. Perhaps even some sort of machination.
No. That is terrible. This is a great setback. I have been so naive. What a shame. I am truly sorry that you risked your life in vain. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have taken care of your problem with the caravans. The merchants should now be able to reach Hikmet.
Captain Rainhild has sent a message to that effect. She has told me that you have shown yourself particularly efficient dealing with these savages. You have my complete admiration and my gratitude.
My pleasure. I imagine the captain must have informed you of all that we learned.
Indeed, and I am extremely worried. An attack of any significant magnitude would be a catastrophe for our city. We have the means to repel these savages, but it will not be without great losses.
Perhaps there is another way. The natives have clearly expressed their wishes. The freedom of their brothers and sisters.
I see where this is headed, but I fear that they were not honest with you. A few natives are being held in the prison of the Coin Guard, but a handful of warriors does not seem to justify an assault of such commitment.
They were not speaking of just a few soldiers, but of kidnappings. The victims are only villagers.
This is inexplicable. We have taken no villagers. Of course, we answer their attacks in kind. And at times we have taken prisoners on the battlefield. But what use would we have for a few fishermen, hunters, and weavers?
Might it be possible that these kidnappings have taken place without your consent?
I doubt that. But of course, it is always possible that a few bandits might have stolen a shipment of arms. If that were the case, that would explain a great deal. Since you have been of such service to my people, and this grievous affair seems of great concern to you, would you be of a mind to lead the inquiry? Capture a few of these savages. Make it your mission to make them talk. We must understand what is going on before they attack.
Very well. I shall get to the bottom of this affair, Your Excellency.
Huh. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
Wir machen einfach hier...
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you.
Farewell, my lady.
Ich wollte ihn zu einem Gespräch zwingen und habe somit eine Quest aufgegabelt. Yay. Das fühlt sich doch gut an. Hauptmann der Kanzlerin. Kann ich hier eigentlich... Das sieht ja ganz anders aus hier.
Respectfully, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Governor Burin asked me to investigate the abductions the rebels told us about. If we could find the origin and free their comrades, I'm sure they would stop their attack. I need to locate and speak with the other rebels. Do you know where they could be?
No. They don't attack often. I fear they're gathering their forces.
Captain, the patrol we sent to the west has not returned yet.
I may have spoken too quickly, Your Excellency. Although it might still be possible that our men are just delayed.
Perhaps you would allow me to search for them. Maybe they crossed paths with the rebels.
Corporal, do you know which way the patrol went?
Of course, Captain.
You will lead, His Excellency. In hope that our men are still alive.
At your command, Captain. Your Excellency. Find me at the entrance of the camp when you're ready to start.
Natürlich bin ich bereit.
Are you ready to go, Your Excellency?
Yes. Let's go.
Poison on my blade. And let's go! Armor will no longer protect you. Poison on my blade. Armor will no longer protect you. Let's not waste any time.
Is that the patrol we're looking for?
Yes. That's them. More victims of these savages. But two of the soldiers are missing. Maybe they managed to escape. They'll surely need help. We should look for them.
Viele sind das bitte. Ich komme! Werdet ihr vom Ziegen angegriffen oder was?
I'm in trouble! Please help me!
This man needs to be cared for. But in his condition, we can't take him back to the outpost.
Allow me. There. That should be better.
Thank you, madam. Without your help, I would probably have died here.
Tell us what happened.
We came across a group of rebel savages. It was a massacre. A few seconds later, only Franz and I were left. We fled. I managed to drag myself here, but he was not so lucky. The savages caught up with him.
Was he captured? Did you see where they took him?
They headed north to Frazonigan. But in the state I was in, I didn't see much else.
Your Excellency, please. We should get him out of there. They're bound to torture and kill him.
We'll take care of it, Corporal. The rebels must have left traces when dragging the prisoner. But not you. You must help your wounded man to reach the outpost. Come on.
Schon wieder Donegada aufspüren, okay. Das wäre die ganze Ziegen hier, oder? Dieses Geräusch von Ziegen, Alter. Herrlich. Ich weiß auch nicht, was ich daran lustig finde. Gar nicht lustig angehört. Ich höre ganz viele Geräusche. Stimmt. Oh, warte mal. Nee, so nicht. 3 Stunden. Arbeiten werden würde, dann würde ich ja sterben an den ganzen Stromleitungen. Ich keine Ahnung, was man selbst Wirtschaftsausrüstung. Ich habe hier schon recht viel Kraft bewiesen im Gartenbau, aber ich weiß nicht genau, ob ich eine Solaranlage auf dem Rücken halten kann. Ich weiß gar nicht, wie schwer so eine wäre. Selbst eine normale Walze, die schon 300 Kilo wiegt, konnte ich nur mit äußerst viel Kraft hochheben und das war schon echt schwer, muss ich sagen. 300 Kilo. Sag ja nicht, die greifen mich jetzt immer und immer wieder an. Okay, ich wollte schon sagen. Hier liegen, glaube ich, immer noch die Toten, ja. Wir sind nicht weggegangen. Moment, jetzt muss ich hier einmal zu Donegada und einmal... Beide in einem Haus oder nicht? Sind sie nicht? Okay, aber trotzdem. Nee, Moment mal. Es geht hier um... ja, stimmt, okay, gut. Wir müssen jetzt ganz zu.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkderen. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
Sie bedrohen, sie überzeugen zu sprechen.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katasak, one of your greatest Donegad.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasak.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasak, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasak had returned to the wind when we arrived.
Nein, oder?
And many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him, to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there, and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Diese Unterhaltung liegt in ganz vielen kleinen Worten. Was macht denn dein Vater dann so? Das muss ich nicht verstehen. Katasach ist tot, ey. Oh Gott, nein. Uff. Das ist jetzt nicht gut. Warum ist es denn so kalt gerade? Was ist denn das für ein komisches Kackwetter draußen wieder?
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty. And even more for what we are about to do.
Die Brückenallianz, die Eingeborenen und gleichzeitig viele wurden angegriffen. Heilige Makrele, was war das? Die Intuition.
The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or musket shot. The main wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the extent that the skin has been torn, and the ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured. The edges of the wound are singed and smell of burnt flesh. There is a powdery spot on this wound, as if from ash or dusty gravel. Katasach bore the brunt of this attack of incredible force. I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that would have inflicted such a wound. It's as if an enormous burning stone hit him right in the center of the chest. And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we are tracking a man or a creature capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not their way. That they might attack careless hunters or warriors, true, but to attack Katasach, the power to call volcano fires, could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned? Or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives. Your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair?
Anatalas Fair.
What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
Oh, aber wir sind ja schon recht oft begegnet und... Tja... Nee, gar nicht. Alter, krass, das wird ja immer interessanter. Man kann ja gar nicht mehr aufhören zu spielen. Eingang. Oh, ich bin so müde, aber ich kann nicht aufhören. Nein, ich muss ganz rum wieder. So viele Quests schon wieder und dann so viele interessante Themen hier. Mann, leck mich. Goldmünzen. Ich will das nicht blöd erscheinen, aber diese Inneninsel erinnert mich an Madagaskar.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Galle und Leder. Galle und Leder. Wir sind ein Volk von Warrior. Au. Reise wieder aufnehmen. Fraxenagat, weil der... So, jetzt sind wir hier und mal sehen, wo wir jetzt wieder hin müssen. Ja, jetzt sind wir hier, okay. Ah, stimmt ja. Hier ist auch die Tirna Arkatanastas. Und hier sind Fähigkeiten, Alter. Habe ich den dann entdeckt mit und habe ihn nicht mitgenommen. Ich kann den Weg nicht sein. Mein Ohr. Au. Die Tirna Arkatanastas. Okay. Ich kann mir keinen anderen Weg vorstellen. Oh Gott. So, das Spiel hat so seine Probleme mit dem richtigen Weg finden. Tiere, ne, Herz, also schon wieder was Nacht. Potatoes. Ich komme noch nicht rüber. Ich muss den anderen wegfinden. Geht wahrscheinlich auch. Naja. Ich könnte tatsächlich den Weg nach oben nehmen. An sich, hier gibt es auch, glaube ich, keinen Weg. Das ist Dreckig. Greedfall Lager. Was ist das denn für ein komischer Weg hier? Ein Ort auf dem Yaoi. Fuck. Jo. Wäre das wirklich ein Weg? Tatsächlich, schau dir mal das an. Stimmt. Wenn man sich mal so die Karte so insgeheim anschaut, ne, dann kann man da schon Muster erkennen. Man kann sich gewisse Krankheiten im Handgelenk hier zuziehen, wenn man zu lange spielt. Das ist mir schon einmal passiert. So auf X-Taste drücken ist nicht gut. Oh. Fall. Fall, Alter. Was? Was das Schrecken der Monster Wert bekommen. 76 Monster getötet.
There's our group of rebels. The soldier they captured looks dead.
Ah ja, diese Franz-Geschichte, ja.
Let's go, Renaigse. Stand up. Esse Maru. Radi dat Neuda. Es velde tegedach. Comaros de Malni. Quayes.
My name is Desarde. I'm the legate of the congregation. I'm here because I want to talk to your chief.
What do you want from our Mal?
I want to talk to him about the abductions and to understand what's going on.
You would be the first Renaigse to care. How do we know you're not just saying that to find out where our camp is?
I am not part of the Alliance. My only goal is to avoid deaths on both sides. Help me. I am your only chance to free your prisoners without bloodshed.
You seem to really believe what you say. I hope I'm not mistaken. Very well. Tell me when you are ready to follow me to our camp. Are you ready to follow me, Renaigse?
Let's go.
It's this way.
Let's stay on guard.
What are you afraid of? That the Donea Exregao have set a trap for us?
It's this way. I'm letting my comrades know we're here, so that they let us pass. Follow me. We are almost there. It's this way.
Oh mein Gott, wie schön ist das denn?
It's this way. This is our main camp. This is where you will find our Mal. I hope I am not wrong to lead you here, and that you are not a traitor.
So, here's the famous rebel camp. I hope their leader can tell us more about these abductions.
Who are you and what are you doing here, Renaigse?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I came to talk to you about the abductions and your forthcoming attack.
And how did you find our camp?
I convinced one of your men to bring me.
Please, Mal. Explain to her what you know. She can help us free our brothers.
Well, I'll tell you what we know, then you'll understand why we have to fight lions. Many seasons ago, Sinol Manawi started to disappear. Lions attacked the villages and took them with them. We never saw them again. They were either crazy or so injured that even our best Donegad couldn't do anything. So we counterattacked and captured some of their soldiers. And we learned that they were taking our people to a place they call a laboratory. It is there that they torture and kill them. They talked about experiments.
Experiments? So that was the reason for all these abductions. But what do they hope to discover?
Alert! The lions are attacking! Traitor! It was you who led them to us!
No, I swear. They asked me to investigate. It was never a question of attacking you.
Then prove it! Fight with us!
Den Rebellen am Ende gehalten.
The Alliance betrayed me as much as you.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Nicht zulassen.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this feint. If you want to cast more spells, let's see if you can ward off this feint.
You have fought bravely, and your word is true on Manawi.
The Alliance is the ally of the congregation. Taking your side was not a decision I made lightly. But Governor Burren used and betrayed us, and he will answer for it. Please, wait before you attack. I will do everything to dismantle this laboratory and release your people.
I trust you, so we will wait. But don't take too long. Qua awalem seg on Manawi.
Goodbye.
Interessant, das habe ich eigentlich zu besprechen mit diesem guten alten Freund. Das ist wieder ein Lager. So immer im Lager Olan Menaui haben jetzt einiges. Nee, Silon Menaui haben jetzt einiges zu erklären. Wird schon mit der Sprache. Euer Ausbruch. Mich würde es gerne interessieren, was da drüben noch ist. Ich gehe noch da drüben und dann. Ich liebe Wasserfälle.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Alle brauche ich eigentlich nicht mehr. Ja. Spiel geht ja noch länger, als ich gedacht habe, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Viel länger. Es ist nachts schwer geworden. All on Menawi. Ich habe sozusagen von jeder Fraktion euch einen Begleiter, und Kurt gäbe es auch noch, aber kostet gerade Feinde. Governor.
Lady de Sade, what?
Enough with the formalities, Excellency. You owe me an explanation. Did you order your troops to attack while I was negotiating under a white flag?
I assure you that I have no idea what you are talking about. I would never have placed your life in harm's way. The alliance with the congregation is crucial, and you know it. Your suspicions are unfounded. I'm sorry. It is now clear that decisions are being made without my consent. I'm going.
You mock me, Excellency. I can't believe this matter slipped your vigilance. Everything the Donea Exregau have told me has proven true. Your men attacked and carried off natives. I witnessed it. According to what I've been told, they are taken to a place where experiments are carried out, where they are tortured.
It is true that I knew of the existence of this laboratory. The place is dedicated to research on the Malachor. If a remedy is ever to be discovered, it will happen there. But I assure you that I was not aware that natives were being taken there.
Allow me to doubt your sincerity, Excellency. I intend to pay the place a visit and see for myself what happens there. Who directs the research?
Our most brilliant savant, the Dr. Asili. Certainly his legend precedes him. He is the master of your friend, the Professor Afra. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to...
Farewell.
Interessant so insgesamt. Drängen das Labor ein. Interessant so insgesamt. Es gibt also Spaltungen in diesem Königreich noch dazu. Ha. Ach, das ist sogar hier in der Stadt. Das ist ja unfassbar. Komm, Karte. Ach, hier ist das Labor, echt? Geheimlabor von Dr. Asili. Bin ich mal gespannt, was ich dort anzutreffen finde. Geheimlabor von Dr. Asili.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoctions.
Wo hier? Nicht, weil die Tür ziemlich klein gebaut, muss ich sagen. Aber wir sind angekommen, okay.
Halt! No one enters!
You speak to the legate of the merchant congregation, soldier. I have been sent by Governor Burren. I have to talk to Dr. Asili.
I don't take orders from the governor, nor the congregation. Be on your way.
Wie jetzt? Ihr lasst euch nicht von eurem König. What?
Better to avoid a useless confrontation.
Wir werden hier mal Gewalt annutzen, weil das...
Sorry, soldier, but I'm coming in whether you like it or not.
To arms!
Tut den Waffen, Brüder!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Heilige Maria Mutter. Die Soldaten sind wirklich gut bewaffnet. Tja, das ist belastend. Ich muss diesen arschlangen Weg dahinter laufen, aber gut. Jetzt haben wir gesehen, was da passiert mit ihnen. Die greifen zu den Waffen. Sie gehorchen ihrem eigenen König nicht und sie gehorchen der Händler-Congregation nicht. Also da läuft doch etwas schief. Also da muss ich einfach mit Waffen angreifen und nicht nachgehen einfach. Nee. So funktioniert das nicht. Echt? Mir auch? Ich habe die Heizung vorne 2 Stunden aufgedreht und dann wieder ausgemacht, weil ich die Wärme nicht so gern mag. Und dann ist es trotzdem wieder kalt. Die Fenster sind zu, es regnet draußen, ich verstehe das nicht. Hilf mir. Mir ist auch kalt. Okay. Ja, okay, dann müssen wir nochmal Gewalt anwenden, weil ich akzeptiere das nicht, dass die hier, ihren Befehl vom König einfach ausschlagen, weil sie haben ihren König zu gehorchen in diese dunklen Zeiten und noch der Händler-Congregation. Nee. Ich war nur nicht auf den Kampf mit so mächtigen Soldaten vorbereitet. Und diesmal nehmen wir das vor. Das ist ja krank. Das ist wieder dieser komische Soldatengattung da mit ihrer Axt, Alter, wo die ultra schnell angreifen können. Ey, die sind krank. Aber die Soldaten sind auch echt nicht schlecht ausgerüstet. Wow. Das wird dann eine tolle Herausforderung, gegen die zu kämpfen. Wow. Es regnet ich bin seit 5 Uhr wach und es regnet seit 5 Uhr wirklich durchgehend. Es ist immer wieder ein Tag, wo ich... Okay, ich habe mal kurz geschlafen, 2 Stunden, aber am Tag wollte man hier zu Hause bleiben und nichts tun. Und jetzt regnet es seit 5 Uhr durchgehend. Das kann doch nicht sein. Das schlechte Wetter fängt wieder an. Geht nicht. Ich sitze auf dem Sitzsack und sitze vom Fernseher. Das fühlt sich sonst komisch an, wenn ich eine Decke auf mir drauf habe. Aber, naja. Vielleicht kannst du ja mir mit einem kleinen Zauber helfen. Okay. Mir ist schon oft passiert, dass ich mich mit meinem eigenen Zimmer erkältet habe.
Halt! No one enters!
You speak to the...
Ja, komm, fast schon.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Das ist die macht ja keine Rüstung. Boah, war die schwer, Alter. Ich muss jetzt mehr Taktik einsetzen gegen die. Oh, das ist ein Ladebildschirmweg. Huh. Aber wenn du zugedeckt bist und dir ist immer noch kalt, dann ist es meine männliche Pflicht, dir meine Jacke zu geben. Jetzt extra aufzustehen, vom Jackenständer hier die Jacke aufzuheben und zu dir rüberzukommen und dir die Jacke umzulegen und dann wieder zu gehen.
The other guards. Be careful.
Oh ja. Da Gefangene. groß ist das Ganze hier? Was haben wir hier? Was ist das Geheimlabor Erdgeschoss? Ach du meine Fresse, was geht denn hier ab?
They've been reduced to burning the bodies.
How many have they killed?
Ich bin froh, dass die Aura auf dieser Reise dabei ist tatsächlich. Heilige Maria. Was geht denn hier ab, Alter? Ich hab mit Schleichangriff überlebt. Das ist immer noch nicht passiert. Oh.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Das ist eindeutig schlechte Pause gemacht. Alle okay, was haben wir denn hier drin? Ich weiß nicht, welche von dem ich jetzt den Tunnel wieder zerstört hat, aber die Kosten wie das werden nur noch da zu bauen. Also
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Let's see
if you can walk this fate! Potion if you want to cast more spells!
Guck mal hier, Alter.
I don't have the key.
You're not one of them. Please.
Nauten
Get us
sogar.
out of here.
Nauts? What are you doing locked up here?
These scientists captured and abused us. They performed experiments, made us drink potions, took our blood. I heard them say that they wanted to find out how we are immune to the Malachor. None of it makes any sense. Please, get us out of here.
I'll find a way to open this cave.
I want the...
Wow, jetzt war es echt eine Erleichterung. Habt ihr kein...
who did this to... Suffering. Let's hope...
Locked.
Ja, muss ich irgendwie den Gefangenenschlüssel.
It's blocked.
Poison on my blade. Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Oh, noch haben die viele im Inventar. Echt? Aufgeknackt? Okay.
I don't have the key.
Oh. Hä, bin ich blöd? Bin ich hier wieder zurückgelatscht? Okay. Krass, dass ich hier verwinkelt ist, Alter.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Okay, wie viele Wachen sind das? Oh Gott, ist das schwer. Okay. Oh, ich muss kurz was antworten. Holy moly, war das jetzt hier ein Massaker. Was ist hier? Oh, interessant so insgesamt. Geheimlabor-Zellenschlüssel. Schlüssel. Haben wir jetzt die Schlüssel von dem? Bevor wir die Doktorin hier finden, da werde ich erstmal hier unten zu den Zellen gehen. Schauen, ob ich die Schlüssel dafür habe. Ich muss gleich kurz weggehen und jemanden fragen. Sagen. Oh, kommen wir jetzt dazu? Nicht das Schwert. Ja, das kannst du mal aufhören damit. Ja, richtig.
Thank you. Thank you. We owe you our lives.
Just a little more patience. I still have to release the other prisoners.
May the grass be forever soft under your feet. I thought I was losing my mind in this cage.
I must release the other prisoners. You'll be...
Weil ich mich nicht auf Schloss knacken spezialisiert habe. Es ist das einzige Spiel bisher, wo ich mich nicht auf Schloss knacken spezialisiert habe. Leck mich am Arsch.
They can't leave the way we came. The city guards would stop them.
So we have to find another way to get them out.
Ich bin jetzt blöd, was mache ich denn jetzt? Ich will erstmal die Doktorin tun, bevor wir uns hier aus dem Gebiet marschieren. die. Lagerraum hier.
These poor people lost their lives only a few hours ago. They could not survive this mutilation.
If only we'd known sooner.
A silly... I don't have the key. This note carefully describes the sequence of the experiments. There are even sketches. It's hard not to feel sick. This is proof of all the horrors committed here.
Ist sie drinnen auf jeden Fall, aber wie komme ich denn da rein?
Locked.
Ja, ja.
I don't have the key.
Ich weiß, dass ich nicht den Schlüssel dazu habe, aber wie bekomme ich den Schlüssel? Ich echt in dem Raum von jetzt den Schlüssel. Belastend ist was. Gerade. Schloss knacken +1. Schloss wächst wahrscheinlich auf 0 ansonsten, ja. Ah, den habe ich schon, sehe ich, aber ich brauche Schloss knacken 3. Ich habe da einen Plan. Einen gerissenen Plan. Ich mache das jetzt. Ich will meine Fähigkeiten so behalten, wie sie sind. Dazu jetzt Kamera rausholen. Man weiß ja nie, ne? Wissenschaft. durch. Da wird alles zurückgesetzt. Ach so. Scheiße. Das ist nicht sehr gut. Das ist eigentlich da alles. Tja, das hatte ich jetzt ehrlich gesagt nicht vor.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
It's perfect. We just have to clear the way. The mechanism doesn't work. I need to take a closer look.
Da ist ein Witz.
I have to find the people responsible for what happened here. They must answer for their crimes. Wait for me.
We are prepared to fight these people with you.
Yes. We will make them pay for what they have done to us.
You're not strong enough to fight. It's better for you to stay here.
Wie soll ich dann bitte schön die Frau finden, wenn ich nicht mal in ihren Raum rein kann?
I don't have the key. Locked. I'm not done here yet.
We are waiting for you, but please hurry up.
Ja, ist mir klar, dass ich noch nicht fertig bin, aber wie soll ich denn hier weiterkommen, wenn ich den Schlüssel nicht dazu habe? Sehr belastend, die Mission. Sehr, sehr, sehr belastend. So ein Halbgott ist halt im. Ach nee, oder? Leck mich.
You have no right to be here.
I have come to free your prisoners, and put an end to all the horrors that take place here.
I knew this would happen eventually. This all went too far. Dr. Asili, he lost his mind a long time ago. But what are you going to do with us?
Arrest you. Then I expect you will be sentenced.
No, please! We only followed the doctor's orders. We tried to stop him, but he is the director of the lab.
You could have reported it to the governor, or left this place.
He threatened to destroy our lives. We could not... Please, don't lock us up.
You can say all of this in court. It's up to them to judge you.
They will want to make an example of us. We'll not see the light again.
You should have thought about that before you helped that monster.
Das ist schon krank eigentlich, was die hier machen. Also, die waren wirklich vor der Wahl eigentlich. Dr. Asilis Büroschlüssel. Ah, jetzt ab. Gib das, Johann. Ja, das ist jetzt dumpf gelaufen, würde ich mal sagen, ne?
Locked.
Who are you, and under what right do you enter here?
I am the legate of the merchant congregation, and I'm here to put an end to your crimes.
My crimes? What are you talking about? My work was for the good of humanity. Don't tell me you're crying over some savages. The survival of our species requires sacrifice.
What did you hope to find from all these experiments?
Since the Malachor never reached this island, I wanted to check if these savages were sensitive to it. And I discovered that they were naturally resistant. Do you realize the implications of this discovery? So I tried to isolate this resistance to develop a cure in order to send it to the people on the continent. But I doubt that you will be able to understand the subtlety of such an approach.
This man is a cold-blooded reptile. My brothers and sisters were no more than ants to him.
You are a very beautiful specimen. When I think of the power flowing through your veins.
Why do you bother with the Nords?
You are known to be immunized too. I wanted to check the reality of such a statement. To be precise, this is not the case. You are actually more resistant.
How many of my people did you have to slaughter to reach that conclusion?
We learned everything we wanted to know. This lab will close, and you will answer for everything you've done.
You think so? Guards, capture these people!
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Nicht gut.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
I'm wounded. I need help.
Das war schwer.
Stop! Think of my knowledge. All that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
Even now you remain arrogant. You do not deserve pity.
Miserable simpletons! This is science, you are
Das ist echt krass, Alter. Nein! 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 Was sehe ich denn da? Ich habe ganz Arbeit geleistet und dafür gesorgt, dass die junge Governor von Neuserbien und seine Cousine den Trank genommen haben, den ihr mir geschickt habt. Ich war sehr vorsichtig, wie ihr befunden.
I can't believe it. Constantine's malachor was caused by a silly. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
Either this doctor is crazy, or he wanted to provoke a war against the natives and the congregation.
Das ist krank, ja, weil ich bin ja immun, weil ich einer der Einbürgerer bin. Also ich war einer von ihnen. Ich bin bei ihnen geboren hier. Aber er, Konstantin, nicht. Er kommt vom Kontinent. Scheiße, Alter. Jetzt wissen wir... Oh mein Gott, ist diese Nachricht krank. Oh mein Gott.
Let's go. I found a way out of the city. But be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way.
Gefährlich ist es hier, sehr, sehr gefährlich.
If you can ward off this fate!
Ich müsste mal neue Pieces zusammen, deswegen. Das hier gerade. Ich habe keine Stärke 3. Das weiß ich ja.
Poison on my brain. Let's go!
Ich kann mir nicht tun, was du eingibst.
Your armor will no longer protect you. Need healing.
Ich kann nichts tun gegen die Viecher.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Bit of poison on my blade. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Armor will no longer protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Ich kann nicht ausweichen.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Armor will no longer protect you.
Ich kann nichts tun. Oh, das ist schon ultra stark. Okay, was können wir hier verbessern? Wut erhöht den destabilisierten Effekt von Angriffen. Gut, Wut stellt Gesundheit und Rüstung wieder. Echt, das ist gut. Dann macht das sehr gut. Handwerk wäre jetzt mal wirklich von Gebrauch tatsächlich. Schlossknacken aber auch leider, ne? Aber ich werde ja bald meinen Schlossknackpanzer verlieren, deswegen wäre Handwerk schon. Ich halt imposant. Ich frage mich, bei wie vielen Stunden wir jetzt insgesamt schon sind. Das ist ja krank. Greedfall ist länger als ich dachte, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Das ist gerade meine Nebenquest. Wenn die Nebenquest, wenn eine Nebenquest schon eine Stunde dauert, ne, dann ist das schon ein Zeichen hier.
There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you?
We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadir. You will be safe there. But you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Qua awalem seg then.
Interessant so insgesamt. Ach ja, stimmt, die Quest ist hier auch. Was man nicht alles vergisst auf seinen Reisen, ne? Ich werde es hier noch mit Governor Burnham sprechen und dann werde ich erstmal eine Pause machen. 29, ja herrlich. Aber ich werde gleich noch zum Lager der Ältesten reisen, weil dort will ich noch 2 Sachen machen. Und dann kann ich erst in Ruhe gehen.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured, victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There were also a number of Nauts.
Nauts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Alas, I was forced to end his life. He gave me no choice. That said, you will find ample proof of his madness there. You need only send a few men.
Perhaps I shall. But it should have been my role and that of his fellow savants to judge him. He was one of our most brilliant minds, and you have slain him like a beast. What proof do I have that this is not pure fabrication invented to weaken our position?
Before you say anything that you might regret, Excellency, I would like you to examine this.
What is it?
You should certainly recognize Asili's handwriting. He admits here to poisoning my cousin.
But this is madness. Whatever would have motivated him?
I have no explanation to give you, Excellency. But as far as I'm concerned, I've done nothing more than exact justice for my cousin. And I'm certain you would agree with me that this affair would be best kept a secret. My uncle has but one son remaining. And if he were to learn that his life is in danger at the hand of the bridge...
You speak with wisdom. What terrifying business. We have lost all hope of finding a remedy, I'm afraid. But justice has been served, and perhaps now, at least, the natives will call off their attack. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go.
Du Scheiße, ist das krank. Okay, dann werden wir jetzt nur noch Teil der Ältesten gehen. Bum, 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 bum. Es gibt Waffen, die ich mir gerne aufhebe, also die wahrscheinlich nie wieder brauchen werde. Aber, oh Gott, was habe ich denn hier gefunden? Schwere Zweiwaffen, Kraft 5. Heilige Makrele.
Karans, do you need something?
How did you know that those missionaries were lying? After all, given the situation, your mother could have wanted to form an alliance.
I knew my mother well. We were close. She would never have renounced.
I think I understand. Your island, your culture, and your faith are so closely tied that you cannot renounce one without renouncing the others.
Exactly. The earth talks to us because we believe in it, in its spirits. Without these beliefs, we would be but empty shells. Our mother would never have wanted that for us. I am happy to see that you understand us so well. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Schön, dass wir uns noch besser verstehen jetzt durch dieses Gespräch. So, ich möchte aber gerne wissen. Okay, gut, genau, da will ich hin auch. Logische Konstrukte. Schwer zu erkennen, aber leicht zu manövrieren. Ah, was war das denn? Wie ich da runtergeklettert bin.
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
Hat mich das gerade erschreckt, Alter. Ich dachte, was ist denn das da? Oh, fuck, Alter. Wieder, ey, ah, scheiße. Ich würde das Lager finden. Doch, hier unten geht's auch aus. Oder? Nein! Ah, doch. Okay, gut. Und dann werde ich wahrscheinlich erstmal hier ausscheren. Ich gehe einfach pissen, Alter. Hopp geht die Reise wieder. Hopp, hopp, tralala. Das ist immer schön. Schwesterlein.
Siora, Asir, always with your new Vertir to Madiseld. What do you want?
I'm only here to accompany Siora.
I came to give our mother back to the earth, Iselt. It is high time we did, I know. Performing the ritual might help me feel less empty. Iselt, I miss her too. Did you go to Vasrigan? No. Preparing the place is the role of the Donegada. I was afraid I would not do things properly.
Okay. Machen wir das zusammen hier. Achso. Okay. Wo ist denn das denn genau? Oh, Karte. Komme ich doch nicht entlang. Oh nee, das ist... Oh doch, okay. Ich hoffe... Nein! Nein! Ich hasse diese Wege. Aber THQ Nordic, die haben in letzter Zeit echt viele Spiele entwickelt. Dieses Jahr haben die echt anscheinend draufgelegt, was Spiele angeht. Das muss man sagen, weil Monkey King Heroes Back will ich mir auch noch holen. Und dann noch die DLCs dazu, die noch rauskommen. Ja, das ist alles mal wieder hier so Zeit. Ne? Monkey's King, das würde insgesamt mit den DLCs 64 kosten. Ja, 64 hat müssen ja ohne nur 40. Ja, okay, dieses Jahr kaufen wir keine Spiele. Zu viel gekauft. Ja, außer solche Spiele wie Life is Strange 2 würde ich gerne noch spielen. Guardians of the Galaxy. Breaking Dead Staffel 4. Und Batman, der Feind im Inneren. Reines Doppelspiele halt. Die geben auch nicht allzu viel Zeit, ja maximal 8 Stunden oder 10 Stunden so. Aber da brauche ich Spieler mit funktionierenden Controller wie dieses hier. Ich meine, diesen Controller war man.
We are approaching Vasriga. This is where I will perform the ritual. This burial mound has been the final resting place of our queens for generations. It must be prepared before we can start.
Ach, hier bin ich angekommen, stimmt ja. Da wo ich mich damals gewundert habe, was das für ein Ort hier ist. Oder
See if you can ward off this fate!
Something's wrong. Normally, you would hear the birds singing in this place.
What do you mean?
I don't see anything peculiar.
There.
ein Pendler ist hier auf dem See, oder? Nee, das sind ja die Pendler, das stimmt doch mal.
In that case, we have no choice but to destroy their nests. Otherwise, they'll just keep coming back.
You are right. We cannot let these commonwealth birds so close to my mother's remains.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
The armor will no longer protect.
Holy moly, was passiert denn hier? Ich brauche dringend. Echt uncool, was das ist. Hier war das was ist denn hier los? Ich hab noch nie so viele Pendler auf einem Bild gesehen, Alter. Nee, Alter. Ja, was gut, Alter. Das ist echt uncool. Musketier, was habe ich jetzt bekommen? 300 machen wir schon. Uncool. Meine Leibchen wieder aufgespannt, aber dafür.
And let's go! Your armor will no longer protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Your potion is more to cast more spells.
Ich kann nicht ausweichen. Mega Bogen kann ich ausweichen. Ey, das ist belastend. Wirklich belastend. Aber ich muss diese Gruppe jetzt ganz hier töten, Alter. Ich gebe mir wenigstens einen höheren Score. Oh, das ist schwer, Alter. Oh, Alter, leck mich fett. Tja. Munition, dankeschön. Aber ja, nee, ist noch die weg davon. Aber hier. Okay, der Typ ist schon wirklich der Schwere. Gut ist.
I'll protect you. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Okay. Elementarfalle, Magiebomben auf Elementarbeschäftigung. Magie Elementarbeschäftigung. Das ist jetzt ein Scherz, oder? Das ist nicht ernst, oder? Das ist ein Scherz, den kann ich tun. Alter. Ich helfe.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Okay, das ist ein bisschen hartnäckig. Hartnäckig pur, ich kann nichts tun. Ey, Alter, krank ist das. Wie krank. Dass das noch eine der leichteren Kämpfe ist.
I can't do that.
Nein. Ich habe eine elementare Falle. Ich habe noch eine. Elementare Falle. Magiefalle. Nein. Scherz ist das. Ich lande hier oben drauf und krieg jetzt.